Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now, biggest fight of the year that's supposed to be coming up in September will be Terence Bud Crawford, the legend, versus Canelo Alvarez. We're gonna keep talking about it, leading up to it if it happens. We don't really believe it's gonna happen here, right? We don't really believe it's going to happen. Like I've told you guys before, I think it's, hey, to sell the William Skull fight that's going to happen in May. But let's just happen. We're just going, not be pessimistic. Whatever. If it happens, we know there's a weight disparity there. We know that Canelo Alvarez is a lot bigger than Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford wants it. So, we ain't going to be complaining about it. Now, someone, a good trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr. has come out and he said, when asked, he wasn't just giving it out, he just said when asked about the fight, he says, Canelo should be embarrassed by this fight. And he would be embarrassed if, to have Benavidez, his son David, fight Terence Crawford. He thinks they're just too big for him. He shouldn't be wanting to fight that fight. Now, why is this significant? I mean, we kind of know he should be embarrassed, but Canelo's not embarrassed by things because his fans and the media and everybody involved in boxing doesn't make him embarrassed. So he's not embarrassed by this fight. And then think about it. I'm so pessimistic, I don't even think he's going to take that fight. He's huge in comparison to Terence Crawford. But when Jose Benavidez Sr. says it, his point, this is the guy whose son has been mandatory for Canelo for over 2.5 years, whose son has to fight David Morrell at 175 pounds, knowing that David Morrell has also been avoided by Canelo Alvarez for over 2.5 years, being the WBA regular champion, which puts him as the major mandatory for Canelo. And those guys, either one of them couldn't get Canelo at 168 pounds, and they go up to 175 to fight each other before getting any legacy in 168 pounds because no one is forcing Canelo to fight, to fight his mandatories. Right now, Eddie Hearn is asking for Naoya Inoue, right? One of the top 3 pound-for-pound guys. He's to be stripped because he won't fight his WBA mandatory. It's loud. He wants him to be stripped because he won't fight his WBA mandatory. That's what people normally do, except for when Canelo. 2.5 years. I guarantee you that dude, whoever he's talking about, is not 2.5 years the mandatory for Inoue. Probably about 6 to 8 months. But with Canelo, no one says anything. And I know why Benavidez is saying stuff, because they sick and tired of waiting around for Canelo Alvarez and the fact that no one is forcing him to fight him. Every article I read of Benavidez is saying he wants to fight Canelo and he's mandatory, which that's what he's supposed to be saying. No one says anything. They just say Canelo has said he's not going to fight Benavidez. And they just keep it moving. No one says, well, Canelo should be stripped, he should be fined, or nothing. Same thing with Morrell. Morrell gave up a long time ago. People just give up because no one says anything about it, right? And, it should be embarrassing for Canelo to be acting that way, right? Canelo has come out and said, I ain't fighting Benavidez because Benavidez is not, cordial to him, right? He's not bending the knee and stuff. He's saying he wants to fight him, and that's not good for Canelo. He don't like people to say they want to fight him. He's not cordial enough, right? Demetrius Andrade for Undisputed. I guess he wasn't cordial enough. Like people are supposed to be nice, got to be nice to him for him to get a fight. You know what I'm saying? In boxing. What do you mean nice? Who the hell are you? You just the dude with the championship. I'm the mandatory, or I'm a guy who can make Undisputed for you. Fight. I ain't trying to kiss your ass to get a fight. I'm trying to beat your ass, not kiss it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the point. And, he says this in daylight, and no one says anything. They're probably on Canelo's side. Took a franchise title, right, in daylight. Said Demetrius Andrade was horrible. In daylight, right? I can do whatever I want. I can fight whoever I want, right, in daylight. And then he fights these guys that nobody wants to see him fight because he wants to. And that's the guy, right? So yes, it is embarrassing normally for someone to be fighting someone that's that big. But for the boxing community, it's like, well, you look, we know we ain't getting Benavidez. We know we ain't getting Morrell. We know we ain't getting Bivol or anybody his size that's decent. We've been trying to get him to fight your boy Demetrius Andrade for 8 to 10 years. So if you took a franchise instead of fighting Jamal Charlo, now Jamal Charlo's in the crazy house. Hey, listen, damn it, we'll take Crawford, even though he's 3 divisions, and they're trying to say just 2, because he fought one time at 154. You know, they don't want to say that he's jumping really from welterweight, but he is. He's really a 147-pounder. Give him that 154, 160, 168. Give it to him. You call Pacquiao an 8 division champion, and one of them was a catchweight, and the other one was an IBO title, right? You called Canelo a 4 division champion before he really was, because he got that that regular title from Rory Fielding, right? You was calling him 4 division before he got the real one from Callum Smith. Now, come on, I peep you. I got my eye on you. So, damn it, Terence Crawford's going up 3 divisions, right? Little dude, he going up 3 divisions to try to handle his business. And here's another thing about Terence Crawford. Why he's a legend. People talk about he ain't no legend. He hasn't been in any close fights except the Madrimal fight, right? His resume far exceeds Canelo's, because you guys give points for being in the ring with. He's dominated everybody he's fought. There is no one in no weight class waiting for him talking about he should have fought me. None of that. There's no Demetrius Andrades and no Jamal Charlos and no Bivols and no Morrells and no Benavidez's when you're talking about Terence Crawford. And he distanced himself from everyone. And 2 division undisputed and ain't letting nobody be in his division awesome, like Canelo is. There's a big difference. Stop giving props for who Canelo was in the ring with. You can't count Floyd Mayweather. He got distanced. You want to count Lara? You want to count him? Was there distance there? Was there distance in Austin Trout with open scoring in San Antonio? Right? Was there distance in any Gennady Golovkin fight? You know what I'm saying? Distance in Daniel Jacobs, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? So keep it, Canelo was in the ring with, but that doesn't mean he distanced himself. And there's a whole lot of people standing right there that are awesome that he should have fought. So when it comes to resumes, do not even get started. It's not close even. One is a legend, one y'all call him a legend. Hate to be truthful here, but no, that's not the truth. I'm damn right I'm going to be truthful here, and I don't hate to be either. Somebody else should be, quiet as it's kept. Bottom line is, yes, it should be embarrassing. But as consumers, shoot, we going to take the Crawford fight because we can't get them other ones. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have Crawford than all the last 10 fights this dude done had. You know what I'm saying? So let's go on. Crawford's better than nothing. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.